Hello and welcome to today's video on my channel Life with Kate. I am Kate and this channel is following my journey as I work towards financial stability and a life that I love. If you're a new viewer, thank you for joining me today. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you for your support. I'll go ahead and get into today's video. I am doing a budget it with me video. This is for my third paycheck of January. So let's go ahead. So if you've watched my previous budget with me videos, you'll notice that there have been some changes. As I've been making these videos, I've realized that things aren't working as well as I thought they worked, which is a positive because then I can look and be like, okay, well, where do I need to adjust? What do I need to add? What do I need to take away? In my income column, I used to just have rollover, my pay from my 9-to-5 job and side hustle. I've now added cash rollover because when I was doing my weekly expense check-in for week 2, my numbers didn't add up. I was like, wait a minute, we gotta get that fixed. So I'm adding in cash rollover this week to see if that will help me even everything out. For checking rollover, when I do my budgeting, I always budget 0 because I just want to budget my paycheck. I have decided to go ahead and budget my cash rollover because I want to see how much cash I'm starting the week with. Because what I'm going to attempt to do is use my rollover cash to fund my cash envelopes for that week. So in baking, I have nothing. Yeah, let's back you all up a little bit. I feel like that's a little bit too close. I apologize. I'm still figuring out all this movement stuff. All right, oh my goodness. I was trying to adjust and like my whole camera arm thing was like falling off. I was like, oh my goodness, that doesn't work. All right. So in beauty, I did have some rollover, 5, 6, 7. In eat out, I have 20. Here, let's see if I can back y'all up a little bit more. Okay. In fun, I did buy some books last week. I had budgeted 20. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. In grocery, I had budgeted 60. I have 10, 20, 25, 26, 27 left. So let's go ahead, put 10, 5, and the ones. In gas, I put in 55. I have 25 left. And then what I'm going to do, what I've decided to do this week, and I'm going to see how it works, is when I put money on my credit card, if I have that envelope in cash, I pull that money out to pay myself back and put it back in the bank. But I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my back to bank money into my cash rollover because my thought process is if I do that, then there's less I actually need to pull out from my checking account in cash. So I had 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. That was going back to the bank to pay off purchases made on my credit card last week. Okay, so for rollover cash, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 145, 150, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163. And of course, remember 80 of that was money I had pulled out. It's money I had actually already spent on credit card and I was paying myself back. But I'm going to see if this will still work if I add this money into my rollover cash. So 163, and I am going to go ahead and do the budget because I'm going to try and use this cash to fund my envelopes for this week. All right, my paycheck for this week, it was one of the better weeks. I'm not gonna lie. This current week, my hours are way down. My paycheck is gonna be a little on the sad side. Next week, I was stressing about it for days. I actually went into quite a bit of a funk of anxiety. I went into an anxiety spiral for several days. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I had to sit back and I had to remind myself, I've already got January bills funded. I've already half funded February. I have money in savings. I'm going to be okay. So it took a couple days, but the message is finally starting to seep in. I'm going to be okay. All right, so my paycheck for this week was $568. And then side hustle, I had nothing for side hustle this week. I will have money for side hustle next week, but right now my side hustle money is from DoorDash, and DoorDash pays out on Monday. I choose not to cash out every day. So I'm going to go ahead and combine that with next week's paycheck, which should help a little bit because my full-time paycheck is actually going to be quite low next week. So I'm starting with 163 plus 568, $731. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can actually go ahead and fully fund my bills for February, because I do split it into 4 paychecks but I'm going to try and see if I can cover the last 2 weeks with this one paycheck. So then I don't have to stress so much about the fact that my paycheck is going to be super low next week. CarMax is normally 44 a week. So that would be 88. And hopefully this works because I don't have whiteout. I normally do 88 for Upstart, which is my personal loan. So that's 176. My Apple Card, I do 10 a week. So that would be 20. Capital One is 21 a week. That's just to meet my minimum payment. So that would be 42. And then subscriptions, I put aside 26 a week. So that would be 52. So just as a check-in at this point to see if I can fund the rest of these amounts that I have on here. So Apple, Amazon, Citi, and Capital One are my 4 credit cards. I've decided, so what I do, if I put any expenses on my paycheck, on my paycheck, on my credit card that week, I pay it off with the next week's paycheck. Except for Capital One, that's the only credit card where I carry a balance. But if I do any purchases like this last week, I had gas and I had, I think my fun on my fun was on my Amazon card. But I had some purchases on my Capital One, so I want to pay those off so I'm not adding to my balance. So let's see where we're at. 88 plus 176 plus 20 plus 42 plus 52 is 378. Okay. So my paycheck was 568. So because I just want to subtract it from my paycheck, 568 minus, was it 378? Let's see, I know it's 189 a week. So okay, 378. Okay, so that would leave me with $190. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fully fund the rest of my bills for February so that I don't have to worry about it. I do work in an industry where once the new year hits, it slows down quite a bit and my hours do go down. So that will give me 1 more month of some breathing room where I know, okay, I'm funded. I don't have to stress if my hours are down like they've been in January. All right, so I did not put anything on my Apple Card this week. Amazon, I did purchase books through Amazon Kindle, so that was $16 that I'm going to be paying off. My Citi card, I didn't put anything on my Citi card. My Capital One card, I did put about $73. Again, that was gas and I think beauty, and there was one other thing that I'm blanking on that I can't remember, but so that total was $73. All right, so you'll notice a new one on here, car repair. So I've been door dashing this week, so I will have some side hustle money next week. But I was driving my car today and my tire pressure warning came on. I was like, uh-oh. But it also was a very cold day today. And I know that when it gets really cold, the pressure in your tires can go down a little bit and set off the tire pressure warning. So I went out and I was checking the pressure on my tires. Like my front left tire was fine. I went to my back left tire, and what did I find? I found a screw jammed into my back left tire. So on Saturday, I am going to go to the tire store and try and get it patched. I'm not sure how much that's going to be. It shouldn't be too much because I shouldn't need to buy a whole new tire, but just to be on the safe side, I think I'm going to go ahead and budget $75. And I actually need one more. Well, I guess I could put it in with side hustle because I do have money saved in a car maintenance sinking fund, which I'm going to pull out to cover that. Maybe I'll just add it to side hustle since I'm out of income slots. All right. So 190 minus 73 minus 16 minus 75 would leave me with $26. All right. I am trying to get my taxes sinking fund finished off by the end of January so that I have the money to pay to file my taxes starting in February. I do have a little bit of room with that, so it's okay if I don't hit it, but I want to see if I can go ahead and finish that off this week. All right, so car insurance, taxes. So my goal is $200. I currently have 100, 120, 140, 150, 160, 170, 175, 180, 185. 200 minus 185 would be 15. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just finish that off, and then I don't have to worry about it, and I'll have the money. And hopefully it doesn't cost me more than $200 to file my taxes. And then, why did I put that away? Car insurance. I do pay 6 months at a time. I need $721 by March. I currently have 100, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, 520, 540, 560, 580, 600, 610, 620, 630, 640, 645, 650, 655, 656, 657, 658. So 721 minus 658, $63. I don't know. I might. I'm trying to decide whether I want to skip it or whether I want to go ahead and just put like $10 in this week. Actually, what I had 26 left minus 16 would be, okay, wait. Let's go ahead and do recalc because I'm not going to lie. My brain's a little short-circuited, so I need 63 for car insurance. Just a note to myself. So 189 plus 189 plus 16 plus 73 plus 75 plus 15, 557. Okay, minus 568 would be $11. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put $11 into car insurance, and we'll just zero that out. So if I do that, then that leaves me with the $163 in cash to fund my envelopes for this week. So let's go ahead and put this back. All right. Beauty. Let me go ahead and I'll add all that up. 88 plus 176 plus 20 plus 42 plus 52 plus 16 plus 73 plus 75 plus 15 plus 11. Excuse me. Okay, wait a minute. Somehow I'm off. 550. Wait a minute. Okay. 88 plus 176 plus 20 plus 42 plus 52 plus 16 plus 73 plus 75 plus 15 plus 11, 568. Okay, I must have missed a number somewhere when I was doing it before. So that would be 568. So hopefully when I subtract the 568 from the 731, I should have the 163 left. 731 minus 568, 163. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, I don't really need anything for beauty this week, any household items. So beauty is like household items, you know, bathroom items, things like that. I don't really need anything this week, so I'm going to go ahead and budget 0. Eat out. My friend and I have still not been able to meet up, but I think we're going to try this week. So let me go ahead and put 30 in. All right, so for fun, that one I'll come back to. Gas, I always like to do 60. So it's 20, 40, 50, 5, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, so we'll do 60 for gas. I'm hoping that will cover. I've only been door dashing like a couple hours every day on the days that I do, because driving is actually very stressful for me. And so I'm balancing how much I do DoorDash for extra income with what I need to do to keep my mental health in a good place. All right. Oh, was that silly? I'm silly. Let's see. Okay. Did I separate it all? No. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 34, eat out. Fun, I'm coming back to groceries. Let's see, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73. I think I'm going to do 70 for groceries. I know I had rollover, but I've kind of been going like really light on the groceries. And I'm getting low on the protein powder that I use for my morning smoothies. So I think I'm going to go 70 this week. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. Okay, so we'll do 70 for groceries. We won't do anything for miscellaneous, nothing for shopping, nothing for fun. I do have $3 left. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put that into my business. I need to slowly build this up. Well, hopefully not slowly, but I do need to build it up because I'm trying to do a taste testing in February. So I only have about a month left to save up for the ingredients that I'll need for next month's taste testing for the home-based baking business. I'm currently in the research stage of, you know, I have taste testers that are telling me what works about my recipes, what doesn't work, what works about the appearance, what doesn't work. So let's go ahead and put that in business. And then car maintenance, we won't do anything. Self-care, well, actually, let me see. Self-care, I think I'm good for right now. Since I won't need to fund my bills next week, I might be able to put some, because I need 150 by February. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I need about $20. I technically have 2 paychecks to do that, so I think I'll be okay. Self-care, it's like my hair, because I have wavy curly hair, and it took me like most of my life up to this point to find a hairdresser that knows how to work with wavy curly hair. So I consider her self-care and a priority. And then there is a supplement that I take, ProBioDefense, which helps with my depression. So I also put that in my self-care. Okay, so I should be okay. So emergency. I feel comfortable skipping emergency this week. I do have enough in my emergency fund right now. If things change, then I can reprioritize, but this week I should be okay. Gifts. I do have several occasions coming up in February. I have 3 birthdays and of course Valentine's Day, but this is one of the things that I've been looking at. Like, of course, you want to create abundance, because when you have a closed mindset, then you don't attract money because you don't have an abundance mindset. But I also know, my brothers, I'm lucky if I get a happy birthday text. So I'm okay if I just text them happy birthday this year. My friend whose birthday is in February, like, I know that they are having some financial challenges at the moment, and if I buy them something, I know they feel guilty because then they feel like they have to buy me something. So I'll just do like a card, and I'll bake them something. Their favorite cookies are peanut butter, so I'll do like a batch of peanut butter cookies, and I'll get them a card, and I should be able to fund that hopefully before their birthday in February. Valentine's Day, let's be honest. I mean, I am single. There's somebody that I'm dating, but they're the one who's actually a little bit like they've had to scale back on their finances because their contract with their job ended, and so they're having to kind of bare bones their own budget. And so maybe it'll be like a card. Maybe the card and the peanut butter cookies will be a combination, like birthday, Valentine's gift. All right, so Christmas, I have plenty of time left to fund that, so I won't worry about it. So that's $3. Oh my goodness, and I totally forgot to. Okay, so 30 plus 60 plus 70 is 160. So that would leave me with $3, which I'm putting into my business. So that's 0. I'm not, of course, I typically, my extra debt payment on Capital One, if I have anything left at the end of the month, that's when I make an extra payment. So I'm not worried about not funding it this week. My investment account, while it would be nice to put money in, it's not a big stress for me right now. My IRA, I am 40. I'm running out of time. Okay, I'm not running out of time. I'm behind where I should be on funding for my IRA for my age. But, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, so I'm not going to stress about it. My checking rollover, I'll be budgeting that at 0 because my actual numbers of how much I roll over will go in my weekly expense check-in after week 3. Cash rollover would be 0 because I budgeted out all my cash. Okay, so that is 0-based budget. So we're going to hope that this goes well. And while I normally would do a cash stuffing video, just because I chose to use all of my rollover cash to fund this week's envelopes so I could put all of that money towards fully funding my February bills, we're going to add a little cash stuffing at the end. All right. So we need the 20, 40. So this is my gas money. So let's go ahead and put, and I'm hoping to get an gas envelope that matches my other envelopes before too much longer. But the way things are going right now, it might have to wait a little bit. I originally didn't have a gas envelope because I pay for that on credit card because I do get my gas at Costco and you have to pay on credit card. I was like, oh, I don't need it. But then I decided that I have to play mind games with myself. I don't know about y'all, but I have to play mind games with myself. Like, if I just leave the money sitting in my account, like, ooh, I got an extra like $60 to spend. And then I'll go, ooh, I can do this, I can buy that. Oh, me and my friend can go do this. So I started pulling my gas money out in cash and then just doing the payback. Okay, so let's go ahead and put my gas money in. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then this is my eat out money. This money may still be here when I do my weekly expense check-in, because my friend and I keep trying to connect and we just haven't been able to do it with all the storms here in Northern California, which I will say, while the storms were great, you may or may not know, California has been in a historic drought. We are desperately in need of rain. So while these January storms were well needed and appreciated, we are still going to be in a drought. But it is kind of nice to get a break from the rain because there was flooding, the roads were dangerous. Unfortunately, some people did actually pass away. They got caught in the flood waters. So it's nice to have a break from the rain. The sun's out. It's beautiful this week. We're not expecting any rain for at least the next week and a half. So we're enjoying the sun and the break from the rain. Of course, in a couple months, we may be like, where's the rain? We need the rain. All right, so this should be grocery money. Let's see, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. I forgot that I upped it this week. I'm like, wait a minute, that's too much money. I forgot that I chose to up it. All right, and then, so that's my wallet funded, nothing in baking, nothing in beauty, 30 in eat out, nothing in fun, 70 in groceries, 60 in gas, and then I used my back to bank money. And then at the end of the month, I'll find out whether that was a good idea or not. All right, and then this is my side hustle business envelope. So let's go ahead and put the $3 in my business. I think I'm going to start separating. I do have some more envelopes that I could do. So I could do like baking business, DoorDash. Though I don't think I really need to buy anything for DoorDash. The only thing I need to do, I have a separate account that the DoorDash money goes into. And so once I've got enough, I'll pull out everything minus like 30% into my primary checking account, and then I'll leave that 30% in there to cover the bills for the self-employment income. All right, so for my business, I have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Whew, that's not really going to buy me very many ingredients. But I'm hoping that with the DoorDash money and the fact that February's funded, maybe I can bulk this up a little bit in the next paycheck. But we'll just have to see. I do have a business taxes envelope in here. So, but this is like if I get to the point where I'm selling my homemade baked goods, then I'll be putting aside that money in here. It's ever evolving, it's ever changing. You know, as you do things, you find what works, what doesn't work. And then you go, oh, it was being so nice, and then it just decided to stop cooperating. Okay. All right. So this is my budget, and unexpected, but went ahead and added it anyway, cash stuffing for my third paycheck of January. So hopefully you enjoyed. I know my last couple of videos have been kind of like, and I haven't really been paying attention to quality like I should, and I apologize for that. I don't think I realized how much of a funk I was in until I came out. And then it's also, I'm somebody, if I let myself think about it for too long, then I'm like, oh, I can't do that, I can't post that, and then nothing would ever get posted. I can't go back and look at my videos and see where I need to improve, what worked, what didn't work, kind of like with my budget. So I've just gone ahead and been posting those videos anyway. Some of the videos went up late this week because of the funk. Like, I seriously, like, this last weekend, like, I just didn't want to do anything. Like, I just laid around reading books all weekend because I didn't want to do anything. I was in a huge funk. And then I know that I talk about this channel will also be about uploading content that's about creating a life that I love. And so far it's all been budgeting stuff. So that's just where I kind of started because it's simple. I feel like it was a way to ease in. I am thinking about at the end of January, I might do a reflection video. I do have yearly goals that I set for myself, and I'm trying to break them down into monthly goals. Since it's so far into January, I don't think I'll do a video showing my January goals. I think maybe in my reflection video at the end of the month, I'll show the goals that I had set for myself and then how I did, how far off I was from hitting those goals, because I think that was part of my funk. Was I had set these goals for January and I realized like I was missing all of them, but I think that's important, like self-reflection, like remind yourself why you set these goals in the first place. Look at, do the goals still work for you? Do they not? And then I also, want to share kind of, things that I've been thinking, things, that I kind of pop into my head that can become obstacles, or that, things like that. So I'm thinking about doing a monthly, I'm not thinking about, I am going to do a monthly reflection video at the end of January. I may or may not be on camera for that one. I haven't made up my mind yet because, let's be honest, it's a lot easier to just kind of be like the hands on the screen. And I'm somebody that I talk with my hands, you may have noticed. So I feel like you get a lot of movement in my videos, even though you don't see my face. Though I know it can be nice to put a face with the voice. But I also don't really have a great area to do like a face video. So that's why I'm still debating whether that one will be voice or whether I'll actually let you see my face. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you learned what not to do, which, let's be honest, that's great too, Like, it's great to learn what to do, but it's also nice to see what not to do. So, thank you for joining me today, and I hope that all of your hopes, dreams, and intentions for 2023 come true.